Have you ever wondered, why are there people who are over 75 years old and can still walk every morning, take care of themselves, and even happily garden and play with their grandchildren as if they had never grown old? Meanwhile, are there people who have only just turned the age of 70 years old and have begun to fade away, with blurry memory, weak bodies, and frequent hospitalizations? Why is there such a big difference? Is it true that death does not only come from old age, but is also the result of a series of seemingly harmless things that we are still doing every day? I still remember the story of Mr. 2, my old neighbor. When I was young, he was the fastest man in the neighborhood. Every morning he jogged a few laps. His laughter was always crispy. Yet just a few years after retirement, he began to live a secluded life, sedentary, and his health declined so rapidly that no one expected. When he died, people just said, "Yeah, that's all when you get old." But really, is that so? Behind deaths after the age of 75 are many silent causes that few people realize. There are habits that seem harmless but are silent killers. There are truths that are forgotten amidst the chaos of life. And most importantly, there are many things we can do to protect ourselves and our loved ones from that sad ending. If you are entering middle age or have parents or relatives who are getting older, this video will give you the answer. Join me to discover the real causes of death after age 75, and most importantly, how to live healthy, live long, live happily. Right now, my grandmother used to have a very special habit every morning. After drinking a cup of ginger tea, she would take out a few shelled walnuts from the cupboard, then sit and carefully separate each nut, sipping little by little. When I was young, I didn't understand why she liked those hard, nutty, bland seeds so much. It was only when I grew up and read a study from UCLA that I understood that she was silently taking care of her brain in a way that even modern science had to acknowledge. According to this study, elderly people eat approximate 1 ounce of walnuts per day, is equivalent to range 7 seeds, satisfied significant improvement in memory ability, concentration, and information processing speed. These changes do not happen overnight, but accumulate over time, like bricks that quietly build a solid intellectual foundation. The key lies in ALA, a plant form of omega-3, especially in walnuts. Unlike other sources of omega-3 from fish, ALA does not cause a fishy smell and is easier to digest for the elderly. ALA helps soothe inflammation in the brain, increases neurotransmitters, and is especially effective in preventing memory loss, even supporting mood regulation, which is very important for older people who are often prone to depression. I still remember one of my mother's customers, Uncle John, once shared, "I eat walnuts every day, not a lot, but regularly like taking medicine." Now 78 years old, I still remember every old phone number. The kids at my old company even call me living memory. But you know what? There is a very common mistake that many people make: eat roasted and salted walnuts. It sounds convenient, but too much salt will increase blood pressure, which is completely counterproductive for older people. Not to mention, if improper storage, walnuts are very susceptible oily smell, as a bitter taste, and the nutrients will also be mostly oxidized. Choose fresh walnuts whole shell, peel, and eat immediately after use. Can combine several seeds with light breakfast, like oatmeal or a slice of wholemeal bread. It doesn't need a lot, just evenly. Sometimes, the power of memory doesn't come from supplements or fancy brain training apps, but starts from a handful of seeds, but repeated every day. And if the brain is the command center for the entire body, then the heart is certainly the engine that keeps it all running smoothly. In the next section, we will come to another simple food, but one that has the ability to protect your heart in a magical way. A small glass of juice can do what statin drugs do. There's something that many older people don't pay attention to. Our bones don't age overnight. They weaken little by little, just like an old bridge that, if not maintained, will one day quietly collapse. I still remember my neighbor, Aunt Susan, who was always healthy, ate well, walked every morning. But then a slight slip in the bathroom caused her to break her hip. From an active person, she had to use a wheelchair for many months. From that story, I became more interested in bone health and discovered something very interesting. Almond, the tiny seeds that I once considered just a snack, actually are natural storehouse of calcium and magnesium, extremely important for the elderly. Just approximate 23 almonds per day, i.e. a small handful, can provide nearly 80 milligrams of calcium. Not to mention more magic, a silent but extremely essential mineral that helps calcium is effectively absorbed into bones. You may wonder, so why not drink milk quickly? The answer lies in ability to absorb. In older people, many people suffer from the disease lactose intolerance, causing calcium from cow's milk to not be metabolized well. Meanwhile, calcium comes from plants like almonds, easier to digest, causes less bloating, and does not come with bad cholesterol. Another plus that few people know, almonds help reduce LDL, bad cholesterol, which is extremely beneficial for people taking statin drugs. I once read a comment from Mr. David, 66 years old, has heart disease, and is taking statins, that I added almonds to my diet after my doctor suggested it. After 6 months, my LDL levels dropped significantly without increasing my medication dose. But, and there is always a but, not all almonds are good. Ready-to-salt roasted type contains too much sodium, causing high blood pressure. Still sugared almond bars, it seems healthy, but it increases blood sugar, completely counterproductive for the elderly. Please choose raw almonds, not marinated. Can be used as an afternoon snack or sprinkled on a bowl of morning oatmeal. It's small, but if you do it regularly, you are day by day rebuilding this strong bridge called bone and joint health. And if you think these benefits are impressive, then wait until the next part, where we will explore a juicy red fruit that looks like a dessert but is silently cleans arteries, yours every day. Uncle Tom, a veteran living in suburban Pennsylvania, used to have the habit of opening each meal with a blood pressure pill. Habit for 15 years, he laughs. But then I read a strange study about pistachios, and I decided to give it a try. It may sound surprising, but pistachio, aka pistachios, is the one natural blood pressure pills that you can find right at your local supermarket. Why is that? First, pistachio rich in potassium, a mineral known as a natural counterweight to sodium. While sodium increases blood pressure, potassium helps excrete sodium and dilate blood vessels, helps lower blood pressure effectively. Not only that, pistachio again very low sodium, especially if you choose the unsalted variety. This is a huge plus compared to many other types of snacks. A word study Penn State University showed people who eat 1 to 2 servings of pistachio per day, equivalent to 2856 g, can be significantly reduced systolic blood pressure after just a few weeks. But the benefits of this nut do not stop there. Pistachio also contains lutein, a yellow-green antioxidant compound, famous for its effects eye protection. In older adults, lutein helps slow down macular degeneration, a disease that causes millions of Americans to gradually lose their sight without even realizing it until it is too late. Think about it. With just a few pistachios a day, you not only support your heart, but also nourish your eyes, a precious asset that many people only appreciate when it begins to fade. However, a small but important secret: don't eat too fast. Pistachio is often sold in its shell, and that's your chance. Eat slowly. When you have to peel each seed, you will eat less, chew more thoroughly, and clearly feel the feeling of fullness. This is called mindful eating, a simple technique to help avoid overeating, especially effective for people watching their weight or blood pressure. Instead of thinking of pistachio as a snack to snack on, turn it into one small rituals of the day. Peel each seed, chew slowly, and enjoy each benefit that nature has to offer. And if you're finding nuts surprising, you won't believe what happens when we talk about them. One of the fattest nuts, but it helps reduces inflammation and protects the heart. Let's continue exploring in the next part. Once, Miss Susan, a retired teacher in Oregon, confided that she read that Brazil nuts were very good for health, so every morning she sipped a handful. But just a few weeks later, her hair began to fall out. She felt unusually tired, and her nausea persisted for unknown reasons. When I went to the doctor said, "It's just, you eat too much selenium." Selenium, a super powerful mineral, is the reason Brazil nut is considered natural multivitamin tablets. Only 1 to 2 Brazil nuts per day is enough supply more than 100% of daily selenium needs. Help balances thyroid activity, where hormones and metabolism are coordinated. Strengthen the immune system, supports the body against viruses and bacteria. Prevent nerve damage, contributing to reducing the risk of disease Alzheimer. However, because it contains so much selenium, Brazil nut is also a double-edged sword. When you eat too much, over 3 seeds/day, the body is susceptible to selenium poisoning, with symptoms such as hair loss, breath smells of garlic, nausea, fatigue, and in severe cases, can affect the nerves. Worth mentioning, a lot of people don't know this, because in common psychology, nutritious seeds equals good. But like everything in life, so good sometimes it becomes harmful. So who is most susceptible to selenium deficiency? In the United States, most adults can get enough selenium through a diet rich in meat, fish, and eggs. But stay Europe, agricultural soils are poorer in selenium, causing many people, especially vegetarians or vegans, fall into a shortage without even knowing it. With them, just one Brazil nut/day can make a significant difference in energy, memory, and resistance. Let's consider Brazil nuts as a medicine, not a snack. Only 1 grain at a time. Eat alternately with other nuts such as walnuts, almonds, or pistachio. And you should not eat every day continuously. Small seeds, big effects. But it is understanding that helps us take advantage of the benefits without falling into risks. And if you think Brazil nuts are the only thing that needs dose control, there is another type of nut, seemingly gentle, that contains a natural zinc dose extremely valuable for the skin and immune system. Continue to the next section to discover that. Uncle John, 68 years old, living in Florida, used to suffer from constipation and chronic fatigue. He tried many medications and changed his diet, but saw little improvement. Until his niece, a nutrition student, suggested, "Can you try adding a spoonful of chia seeds to your breakfast every day?" After a few weeks, a miracle happened. Not only did his digestion improve significantly, but his morning energy also became more abundant. Chia seeds are tiny, but again nutritional treasure for the elderly. They are rich soluble fiber, especially gel mucilage. When exposed to water, it will form a soft, smooth gel layer surrounding the seeds. This gel layer acts like a natural broom, helping soothes the intestines, promotes gentle bowel movements, prevents constipation, absorb excess cholesterol, helps reduce LDL and triglycerides, stabilize blood sugar, very suitable for people with the disease type 2 diabetes. A study from Harvard found, just with 1 to 2 tablespoons of chia seeds per day, participants were significantly reduced blood fat, improved digestion, and feel full longer. Extremely useful for people who are controlling their weight or blood sugar. Now you may be wondering, I eat oatmeal every morning. Do I need to add chia seeds? Actually, both are good, but the effects are a bit different. Oats provide beta-glucan, which helps stabilize blood sugar in a slow but steady manner. The remaining seeds are divided, retain more water, creating a feeling of fullness quickly and reducing cravings afterward. For diabetics, the combination oats plus chia seeds eating the same breakfast is a great option to maintain energy without causing a sudden spike in blood sugar. However, there is a common mistake that many people encounter, especially the elderly. That is, eat dried chia seeds directly. Unhydrated seeds may expand in the throat, causing choking, which is dangerous if you have swallowing problems or a dry mouth. Always soak chia seeds first, at least 10 to 15 minutes, in water, nut milk, or added to smoothies. If you don't like sticky gel, you can mix chia seeds into a yogurt hoke overnight oats, both delicious and safe. A small habit, like adding a spoonful of chia seeds every morning, can make the big difference for both the digestive and mental systems. And if you are looking for a nut that helps balances hormones and increases feelings of happiness, then the next part will definitely surprise you. Ms. Linda, 62 years old, in Seattle, once shared that menopause made her feel like a different person. Insomnia, hot flashes, mood swings, everything seemed to drag her into a spiral, and no medicine helped much. Until she attended a community nutrition class, where the doctor advised her to try, add flaxseed to your daily diet. No one thought that one seeds as small as a toothpick tip again possible balance female hormones, helping her feel like she is back to herself. So where is the secret? Flaxseed is the source lignin's richest nature. A group phytoestrogens acts like the gentle estrogen hormone in the body. In older women, as hormones decline, lignins can regulates female hormones, helps reduce hot flashes and improve sleep, reduce the risk of breast cancer by preventing abnormal cell growth, Improve cholesterol levels, especially increasing HDL and reducing LDL. A study published on American Journal of Clinical Nutrition shows women consume approximate 1 to 2 tablespoons of ground flax seeds per day tends to reduce the risk of breast cancer, as well as less unpleasant symptoms of menopause. However, there is one point very important. If you eat whole grains, the body cannot digest the hard shell of flax seeds. That is, even if you eat a spoonful, it will pass straight through the digestive system without leaving any effects. Solution: grind before eating. You can buy ground flaxseed or use a mini coffee grinder to grind small batches, ensuring freshness and nutrients. Many people often ask, between flax seeds and chia seeds, which is better? The answer is, each type has its own role. Chia seeds stand out fiber and omega-3 for the heart, and flaxseed excels ability to regulate hormones and protect the mammary gland, especially suitable for women aged 50 and over. Sprinkle in a tablespoon of ground flax seeds morning oatmeal, fruit smoothie, or green vegetable salad. The flavor is a bit nutty, but if you like neutral flavors, it will be extremely easy to eat. A simple change, but possible, brings peace for the body that is changing with age. And if you're curious about a nut that helps control blood sugar, keeps you full for a long time, and still satisfies your snack cravings, then the next part is for you. My close friend John, 68 years old, has always felt healthy and full of energy. But one time, he shared that there was a difficult period when he discovered he had the disease prostatitis, making him often feel tired and worried. Advised by his doctor to improve his diet, he started taking supplements pumpkin seeds into the daily diet. In just a few months, he felt his vitality return, his prostatitis symptoms had subsided, and he was sleeping better. Why do pumpkin seeds have such magical effects? Pumpkin seeds are the source zinc excellent, indispensable minerals for the body, especially for elderly people, especially man. Zinc is an important element in immune system, helps the body prevent inflammation and increase resistance. Zinc also plays an important role in maintaining prostate health, helps prevent inflammatory problems in this area. But pumpkin seeds have more than just zinc. Tryptophan, an amino acid that helps improve sleep and mood. When the body converts tryptophan into serotonin, happy hormone, you will feel relaxed and easily fall into a good sleep. Especially for the elderly, good sleep is an important factor to maintain mental and physical health. However, one of the common mistakes that people often make is eat crunchy roasted pumpkin seeds or pumpkin seed snacks soaked in sugar or excessive salt. Although delicious, these types of snacks have high sodium levels, easily increases blood pressure, and does not retain the nutritional value of pure pumpkin seeds. Select raw pumpkin seeds or lightly roasted to ensure nutrients are kept intact. Enjoy pumpkin seeds in the evening, as one healthy snacks will help you relax, improve sleep, and protect prostate health effectively. A portion of pumpkin seeds every night is not only a nutritious habit, but also a small step to improving your quality of life. And if you are looking for another possible source of nutrition, enhance resistance, and at the same time improve cardiovascular health, then this sequel with an outstanding grain will not disappoint you. Ms. Jane, a close friend of mine, shared with me a story about a time she tried at cashew, as an afternoon snack. She is the expensive one type 2 diabetes and always try to monitor your blood sugar levels to maintain stable health. However, after an afternoon of eating cashews, she suddenly felt tired and her blood sugar levels skyrocketed. She doesn't understand why, since cashews are considered a healthy snack option. But then she discovered that cashews can actually cause a rapid increase in blood sugar, especially when eaten in large quantities. So why can cashews be harmful to people with diabetes? Cashew nuts are nuts quite a high amount of oxalate, and when consumed in excess, can cause kidney stones. But what's more remarkable is that they do high glycemic index, meaning they increase blood sugar quickly. Especially for people with diabetes, this can cause dangerous blood sugar fluctuations. So what about macadamia nuts? Unlike cashews, macadamia nuts is a great choice for your health. They contain monounsaturated fats, MUFA, like olive oil, and has been proven to be good for cardiovascular health. If you want to reduce your risk of cardiovascular disease, macadamia nuts are a great, nutritious alternative that won't spike your blood sugar. One study found that people who ate macadamia nuts regularly had improved scores bad cholesterol, LDL, decrease, and index good cholesterol, HDL, increase. This helps improve heart health and stabilize blood sugar levels. With Miss Jane, after switching to food macadamia nuts instead of cashews, she noticed blood sugar is more stable and her body felt much lighter. If you are looking for a nut to snack on, macadamia definitely the preferred choice. However, if you love a cashew, let's consume them in very small amounts and not often. Remember, a healthy diet is a perfect combination of foods. Don't overdo any nuts. And if you're still wondering about other food choices, the next section will help you discover another must-see nutritional secret for long-term health. Miss Mary is a food lover peanut butter and always thought this was a great breakfast option. Easy, quick, and energizing. She often spreads peanut butter on toast or eats it with bananas for breakfast. However, recently, after attending a nutrition seminar, she discovered something surprising. Peanut butter may not be as healthy a choice as you think. So what's behind many people's love of peanut butter? First, we have to talk about a big problem. That is aflatoxin, a type of toxin caused by mold produced when peanuts become wet during harvesting and storage. Aflatoxin is a very potent carcinogen, especially associated with liver cancer. Although not all peanuts contain aflatoxins, this risk is huge if the preservation process cannot be controlled properly. In addition to aflatoxins, there is another important factor that many people do not know about when eating peanuts. Peanut butter in the US frequently contains added sugar and vegetable oil. This is why so many people eat peanut butter and experience weight gain or diabetes. These ingredients do more than just increase calories, but also contributes increased blood sugar quick. In fact, just 1 tablespoon of peanut butter can contain a significant amount of sugar, which can lead to suffer from obesity if you eat too much. And do you know? Peanuts are not actually a true nut. They belong to the legume family, just like soybeans or peas. This means they do high omega-6 ratio, a type of fatty acid that can cause inflammation in the body when consumed in excess. Especially for those who already have arthritis problems, consuming too much omega-6 may be possible enhance inflammation, makes the pain worse. A friend of mine, Tom, decided to switch from peanut butter, almond butter, and sunflower seed butter. After a few weeks, he felt his body had less inflammation, and in particular, his blood sugar levels were more stable than when he still ate peanut butter regularly. Try substituting peanut butter, almond butter, or sunflower seed butter. They are not only their delicious taste, but also rich monounsaturated fats, fiber, and vitamin E, all of which are great for heart health and help reduce inflammation. Be sure to read product labels carefully to make sure you're choosing those that don't unhealthy sugar and vegetable oils. If you are looking for foods that help your body stay healthy and limit the risk of inflammation, the next section will bring you great options not to be missed. If you've ever had trouble controlling the amount of nuts you eat, you're not alone. Both I and many people have also faced this challenge. These cute, crunchy, flavorful little seeds can actually make it easy to overeat. However, not all seeds are good when eaten in excess. To help you build a healthy nut eating habit, I want to share a few simple tips that you can apply today. The first thing is to only eat about 1 to 2 types of nuts per main meal or snack, and absolutely do not exceed 1 ounce at a time, about 1/4 cup. The reason is that even though seeds are rich in nutrients, they also have high calories, and if you eat too much, it will easily lead to trouble excess calories, especially if you are trying to maintain weight or lose weight. An interesting suggestion is combine nuts with other foods to create the perfect meal or snack. You can try nuts plus fruit plus Greek yogurt. This dish is not only delicious, but also provides fiber, protein, and healthy fats, helping you stay full and maintain steady energy throughout the day. Besides, mixed salad with nut topping is also a great choice to help you supplement nutrition without worrying about excess calories. Don't let nuts become a snack that you eat continuously throughout the day. Continuously eating nuts can lead to uncontrolled calorie gain. And although nuts are healthy, eating too many can still cause weight or health problems. So how can you control the amount of nuts you eat without worrying about overeating? A great tip I use is create a weekly nut box. You just need to pre-divide each type of nut into small boxes and clearly divide the portion for each day. This method not only helps you control the amount of nuts you consume, but also makes it easy for you to take it with you to work or school. This not only saves time, but also helps you always have healthy and convenient eating options. I tried this method for a month, and the results were truly surprising. I no longer worry about eating too many nuts, and I feel full longer between meals. This is a great way to take advantage of the health benefits that nuts provide without having to worry about eating too many. And if you're looking for other healthy food options to add to your diet, let's explore next. As you can see, nuts seem small but contain countless benefits for our health, especially for the elderly. From protecting memory, boosting heart health to improving digestion, each type of nut plays an important role in maintaining long-term health. Choosing the right type of nuts and consuming them appropriately can bring great effects that we never expected. However, it is important to do so control your intake. Avoid falling into unhealthy eating habits. Remember, only when we use them properly will these seeds really work best. If you found this video useful and want to discover more nutritional secrets to live healthier and more active, don't forget click follow and share this video with friends and family. We will explore more interesting and useful topics together in the next videos. What video do you want me to make next? Please leave your ideas in the comments section, and I will try my best to bring you the most interesting and useful videos. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next videos.